Okay, I will give my very short comment. I think that this meeting was very efficient. Was, of course, as all things in life is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. The perfection is something towards you tend, but you never reach, as the beauty. The beauty is a concept that is not official fixed. It is something as other important values, human values, that unfortunately we are forgetting, and this is a big problem. So it is, I think that we also put the basis for further cooperation. In this field, closed field, we will see in the future, we will be in touch. You know that the University of L'Aquila is cooperating with the university all over the world. So we are working with Southeast Asia, India, Russia, Mongolia, then on the other side, Central and Latin America. Of course, with the States, but this is normal. If our university have a cooperation, scientific cooperation with the United States. We are working a lot as Italy with the Mediterranean countries, because it is natural. And also the European Committee is always saying that we are the avant-garde of the Europe in the Mediterranean area. And so I have the duty to cooperate with them. So we have several projects with them, also with Palestine, Jordan. I have a project with Syria, with other also Ukraine. We are hosting several students, professors that had to leave their country. So our activities are scientific, of course, are teaching, of course, but the social issues in a local and global way are one important commitment of the university. For us, the 3 missions have not ranked according to importance. They are all important, and they become effective when they integrate continuously in the activities. So in this sense, university professors are in a very advantageous position because they are researchers, they are teachers, but are above all human beings. So they have the duty to, and feel the duty to be useful for the society in this very difficult time when crisis events and very bad things are happening every day. So this is my comment. Christophe, you want to give a very short comment?
Oh, I didn't expect.
I asked Christophe, I asked George, I asked Eusebio.
Okay, a very short address from my side, from TU Berlin. Yeah, I was very happy to be here. I found it an interesting and also inspiring week, also exhausting, I have to say. Although I'm not a student, I was also tired after all the presentations, also my own. So, and I'm very impressed, that I have to say, how much you all achieved in this quite short time, actually, and this kind of overload of information you received. And this I found quite impressive, and I think a good closure of the main activities of the project. And I hope also, especially to you, to the students, that you took something away from it, even thinking about emergencies and having some idea what kind of this field entails. So I think it was a success and I enjoyed it. Yeah, and that's from my side, and we'll hand over to George.
Thank you. Okay, it took us almost half an hour to decide what we're going to do with the student groups, and a couple of the student groups said, oh, are we first, are we second or third? So we wanted to clarify something. There's no ranking for the reason of each one of you have excelled in particular positive areas for as follows. The group 3 that presented first. Where are you? Okay, you showed the best communication skills, which means that your crisis management is going to be communicated in the best possible way. Some of the things that you need to reflect is the use of technology to modernize the feedback, but we commend you because you reflected really well with the fact that older generations may not be able to use technology, so the use of paper, and you had fantastic use of the graphics that in your slides and also your communication. So operationally you did fantastic. Now, group 2 that presented too, identify yourselves, hello. You showed the most information of all the groups, which means that you went into a lot of detail of gathering information from all the resources that were given to you. That was fantastic. Your not so strong point was the way that they were presented. So you have to realize it's not only the information you collect, but the way that you portray them to the suitable audiences. And group 1 that presented third, identify yourselves. So basically you did a very strategic approach. You had a very strategic approach. You had a kind of a theoretical, conceptual model of how you organized everything. So it was evident that you would be the group that would actually strategize how you would deal with the crisis management and also with prevention. So our commitment spent 30 minutes to decide that actually we saw pockets of excellence in every single group, and we are amazed on how this works. Obviously, what we need for you to understand that in a crisis situation, all 3 groups, you'll have to get together, get your strengths together and produce something. On a final comment, we have to say that EDIMAS did a fantastic job into preparing the activity, but also the entire simulation of the week. You have to realize you were given partial information, then all of us, we gave you information from different perspectives. So that was a very good learning curve for you, because in a type of in a crisis situation, you don't necessarily have access to all the information. You have gaps, you have problems, and you have difficulties. And I think as our coordinator and leader said, this has been an excellent realistic scenario. And I think that we could safely say we have already a critical mass of experts amongst us. And together with Marlon Brando, you're going to be getting your certificates in the email.
We send him the certification.
Of course, yeah. Last but not least, and of course, all thanks to all our colleagues, because it's been an amazing journey. As my friend Pino said, it's been an amazing journey. We learned from each other. We learned from our mistakes. But I think all of you, I think that probably you agree that and join me in a round of applause for our hosts, and particularly Anna, for having us not as a host for this week, which was a fantastic win. You've been always a fantastic host. I know you for so many projects, but also as a coordinator and a drive. Your enthusiasm, energy, and unparalleled ability to bring people from all over the world, it is not only to be commended, but also to be proud of and also to copy. So I learn from you every day. So thank you very much.
You want to say, or Rita want to say something?
After George's speech, I don't have too much more to say, to add. This process was very interesting and it was a challenge for the group of people from the universities. And I think that this challenge ended very well, because we passed on the challenge to young people who did a great job. So I think it was very inspiring this week. And I was very inspired by their work, the way they were able to join their efforts. And with the few information they had, they did a great job. So I hope that if something bad happens, we are in good hands if they are if they are playing a part in doing something to face that crisis. So I think just to finish, to thank Anna, and a special thanks to Francesco, who was doing a lot of work. Sometimes we were not paying too much attention to the work that he was doing, and my colleagues too, and thank you to you all. I hope to see you again in the Azores or in some other places. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anna.
Okay, thank you. I will try to be brief because I think that Portuguese people have to live. And okay, I remember that the project started during the pandemic year, so it was quite difficult because it was not an usual project with let's say a kick-off start with all together, presently face-to-face. So we have to organize during the if I remember, the first years, but also the second year, all meetings were online. And it was not usual, and it was quite difficult to start this project at the very beginning. But at the end, we did a nice project. I think we accomplished all the goals of the project, and we did a very good relationship between all partners. I want also to thank you, Anna and Francesco, to coordinate the project and to host this week. And thank you all the other partners and colleagues and EDIMAS for participating in this project. And I think everything has been nice, and I hope we can collaborate in the future. And that's all. Thank you.
Thank you.